The Johannesburg High Court has reinstated Phalatse as the mayor of the City of Johannesburg, stating that the processes by Council Speaker Colleen Makhubele leading up to the motion of no confidence against Phalatse were invalid. Let's get more on this, and our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa is following this story for us. Then a very good afternoon to you, Mbalenhle. Right, you did mention to me earlier on that you would be heading out to the City of Johannesburg. Talk to us about the latest then as to what's happening. I mean, a lot going on. We saw a statement coming from Dr Mphho, who said that, he will step down, but later on saying that, in fact, lawyers are going to be working on this and, in fact, trying to find a solution as to what is now taking place. Bring us up to speed.
Well, we do understand that the Mayor, Dr Mphho, is locked in meetings with his lawyers. We have gotten confirmation from the ANC regional spokesperson, Sasabone Mangwane, who is here and who's going to be giving us, obviously, reaction from a regional perspective, and as one of the players who's intimately involved and very close to the story and who was present at the time when the council decision was made, which was during that vote of or motion of no confidence on the 30th of September. He joins me now. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. Now we've seen some reaction from the mayor saying that, and the ANC really saying that they are going to be challenging this. Talk to us about your reaction to all of this.
Yeah, thanks very much. Let me greet your viewers. Firstly, is that there is no decision taken on what action will be taken. We are still engaging with lawyers, especially our deployee in government, the executive mayor. We believe that also the office of the speaker is also engaging with lawyers to understand the ruling and come up with a way forward. Of course, from our side as the African National Congress, we are not party to the case. However, we are not, very much worried, except being worried with the fact that it creates unnecessary, it takes away that the stability that we have created. Now there will be unnecessary panic from the officials, which by the implication might affect service delivery. But at the end of the day, the ANC with its coalition partners will, irrespective of what the lawyers says, whether the lawyers say appeal or the lawyers says don't appeal, we will still be able to reinstate the government that we have elected through the mayor, the mayoral committee that the mayor have appointed, because with our coalition partners, we have got the numbers that are required for us to can be able to, elect, firstly, to pass the vote of no confidence against the mayor. If we do not appeal, we still have got the numbers to elect a new mayor if we do not appeal. So we are not that much worried in terms of how we should move forward, apart from the fact that the level of instability that has been created by this court case is our only concern, and we hope that it will not affect service delivery on the ground. But at the end of the day, as I've indicated, if there is no appeal, Mpho Phalatse will be the mayor for a week, and they will still reinstate the mayor.
Okay. Now, you talk about service delivery and disruptions to service delivery. Is this because the court has ruled that the decisions that have been made while Dr Mphho is mayor are unlawful and invalid and inconstitutional?
Yes, remember that the court have taken made a ruling on the basis of its own interpretation of the rules and the constitution in terms of the process that we have engaged in that led to, the vote of no confidence against Mpho Phalatse and also the election of the new mayor. So it's a process issue. But the election of a mayor, as much as it must comply with certain rules and the constitution, it's a matter that also has to do with numbers. So for us, it's just for the legal team to study the ruling and be able to advise us whether indeed the speaker violated certain rules or did not take care of certain processes in the process of convening both the programming committee and council meeting. So if that can be clarified, we are comfortable as a movement. We'll be able to react on the basis of what the speaker says, and we'll be able to advise in terms of what is our view. But where we are standing, politically, it will not change. The current government in terms of the process that we will engage in. We will still be able to reinstate the motion of no confidence that Al Jama have sponsored to council. We will support Al Jama again like we supported Al Jama. Other coalition partners will also support that motion against Mpho Phalatse, and we believe that we will still re-elect Dada Morera as the executive mayor. So let's wait for the legal advice on what it says. Whatever the legal advice says, we will be able to act in accordance with that. Of course, given the leadership of the speaker, because the speaker should be able to guide the process as the person who must convene these meetings.
Now, certainly. Now, during the court proceedings, we saw Al Jama members protest outside of court, and this was in part due to the fact that they felt that the mayor was treating a political fight and a political issue and taking it to the court and turning it into a legal matter. Will you be following in those footsteps and turning what is supposed to be a legal matter, or maybe that should be discussed in council and finalized there, and going to the courts? What are your thoughts and your views, and do you perhaps agree with Al Jama in this instance, because you have mentioned them and they are part of your coalition partners in the city of Joburg?
Look, the matter is both legal and political. It's legal from a point of view that when we convene council meetings, we must comply with certain legislations and the rules of council. It is political from a point of view that we have got parties that decide in terms of that are represented in council, that make a determination through council on who must become the executive mayor. Of course, Mpho Phalatse is aware that she does not have numbers that can sustain her as a mayor in council. That is why she utilized the courts, because if she had numbers, which is a political issue that Al Jama is raising, she would have went to council and fought her battles in council, but she doesn't have those numbers to fight her battles in council, so she had to use the courts as a way to reinstate herself. I'm sure you might have observed how disparate she was to become reinstated as the executive mayor. And I think that is the context in which Al Jama is raising this issue, that accept the fact that you failed to manage your own multi-party coalition, and accept the fact that there is a new government that you should allow to take the people of Johannesburg forward. And this new government is led by a party that has been voted by more, which have got more seats in council than any other party. So unfortunately, that is an element that Mpho Phalatse, together with her DA, failed to accept. However, we will be able to follow whatever the legal advice says we should follow, and we will be able to reinstate the government that is led by the African National Congress and the coalition partners.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it. That is the regional spokesperson from the ANC, just talking to us about a way forward, saying that even though the courts have reinstated Johannesburg Mayor Dr Mpho Phalatse, another motion of no confidence will be tabled, and they believe that the numbers are on their side, and that they will soon be able to reinstate Sello Dada Morero as Johannesburg Mayor. They've also alluded to the fact, they're also alluding to the fact of around the issues around the collapse of the multi-party government within the city of Johannesburg, saying that the reason that Dr. Mpho Phalatse approached the court is because they did not have enough numbers to fight the matter politically. Now it seems as though it's unclear whether the ANC will be appealing the matter or if they will fight the matter in council. It's back to you in studio.
Many thanks to you, Mbalenhle Mthethwa, for us there, speaking to the regional spokesperson of the ANC, of course, on the back of Dr. Mpho Phalatse being reinstated there as the Johannesburg mayor.